I've always thought that it was just odd to me that you have artists who are successful at being artists. Like Rollo has a real fan base. Casanova has a real fan base. Now, you know, granted, these guys are innocent before being proven guilty. You know, maybe they had nothing to do with this, and this whole thing is they're being dragged into something that maybe people are just telling on them because they're the high profile guy and they know them. So personally, I hope, since I know both of them, I hope they both get freed and can walk away from this. But if they do get convicted of it, I guess it just doesn't make sense to me why someone who actually has a career and is making legitimate money to still have one foot in an illegal business and are risking it all when they honestly don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I question the money that entertainers make right now.
There's that too.
I don't see it the way a lot of people see it. You would think that, I don't know. I just don't see them having the kind of money that is betrayed. And a lot of it, the record labels want you to believe that these guys are rich. I used to tell, when I was working with a few rappers, I would tell them, why would somebody go and pay $700 to see Jay-Z perform and they won't pay $10 to come and see you perform? And some of those guys were great artists. And, my philosophy is that Jay-Z, everybody believes Jay-Z's rich. And so if you believe that they're rich, you want to be around the rich and famous. So you will pay to be around the rich and famous. And somebody that's poor, you're not going to pay to be around them. You don't want to be around them. You don't want to associate yourself with being poor.
Wow. I've never heard it broken down like that before. The image of success. Yeah. I mean, because, I remember I just interviewed Lil Bibby, who has real money. And he was talking about how he was spending $7,000 a month on designer clothes that he could only wear once on Instagram. And his friend Kevin Gates was like, I spend $300 a month. I buy a new pair of Air Force Ones, a new Nike sweatsuit, a couple of shirts and underwear, and I'm done. And if anyone questions me, I'll pull out $50,000 out of my pocket and call it a day.
It's a couple $1,000s on sweaters, a couple $1,000 on outfit. I look up, I look in my closet, and then I look at my bank account. I'm like, man, this shit ain't right, And like me and Kevin Gates, I fuck with Gates. Like I used to talk to Gates a lot. He like, man, baby, man, like fuck all that shit, man. Like you can only wear that shit one time, man. And you know what I'm saying, like. He like, bro, he said, baby, I spend $300 a month. And he like, I buy a Nike jogging suit, some polo shirts, socks, and one pair of Air Force Ones. He said, I wear that shit. He said, I wear that shit all month. He like, what somebody gonna say to me, baby? If somebody wanna talk about me, call me dirty, I'm gonna put out 50,000 in their face. And I'm like, he said he spent $300. And he got way more money than me at that time, And I'm like, man, I'm spending about $6-7 grand at least.
There it is, right there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean, he's right. Instagram really is, it's a very weird place because I get caught in it myself. Like if I take a picture with someone and I'm wearing something designer, I feel I can't wear it again in another picture or an interview because they're going to say, oh, this guy just has that.
Oh, people tell me that too. Say you wear the same thing all the time.
But that's the whole point. But it's okay.
For me, it is. It's okay for me because I don't care.
Well, it's okay for everybody. Yeah, people just want to think otherwise.
Well, I don't really, like I said before, I don't really do what I do for other people. I do what I do for my family, myself, and my friends. So that we can be in a certain position.
Yeah.
In life. And that's what's important to me. How somebody think, I'm doing, you think I'm doing bad and you think I'm doing good. That's your perception. You can do that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I feel that I need to do to put myself in a position that I want to be in.